In K-pop Demon Hunters, there's a scene where an entire train of passengers vanishes in seconds as faceless demons sweep through, and nobody talks about how it's pulled from actual Korean ghost stories that will haunt your nightmares. What's up, Demon Hunters? Today, we're breaking down every single demon type in Netflix's K-pop Demon Hunters. And trust me, there's way more than you noticed on your first watch. See, while you were vibing to how it's done, the filmmakers were secretly pulling from centuries of Korean mythology. We're talking about 7 distinct demon types, each representing different fears, different folklore, and different ways to absolutely wreck your day. And yes, we need to talk about why water demons are Mira's favorite. But first, let's start with the demons that kicked off this whole movie. Remember the opening plane fight? Those shape-shifting flight attendants with the multicolored skin and black eyes? The ones that turned a normal flight into an aerial nightmare? Those aren't just random demons. They're Dobby, Korean goblins born from possessed objects. Think Loki meets gremlins, absolute chaos agents. In Korean folklore, Dobby can either help or trick humans. They're actually like Robin Hood figures sometimes, stealing from the greedy and rewarding the worthy. But in the movie, they're the perfect opening threat because they represent deception, literally shape-shifting into the flight crew. Look at their design. Black sclera with colored irises, skin in reds, oranges, greens, and blues. Those scar-like indentations, horns, sharp claws. They're wearing ancient clothing made from animal hides. These guys even carry weapons, clubs, and spiked maces. But here's what's genius. The whole fight is synced to how it's done. Every punch, every kick lands on the beat. The filmmakers turned what could have been a generic action scene into a musical combat sequence. And that pink glitter when they die? Chef's kiss, turning horror into K-pop aesthetics. Fun fact, these demons might not actually die. The same ones from the plane, they show up later in the demon realm. So either they respawn or getting killed in our world just sends them home, which means our heroes aren't actually killing them. They're just hitting the cosmic return to sender button.
All right, let's talk about Mira's favorites, the mulguishin. That sarcasm hits different when you know what these things are. Mulguishin are the spirits of people who drowned. In Korean folklore, they're terrifying. They drag swimmers underwater to share their fate. Once they grab you, no escape. They're basically aquatic revenge spirits who are eternally pissed off about drowning. Look at their design. Long, wet, stringy hair, pale blue skin, completely naked because, they drowned. They move like liquid, which makes sense, but also makes them incredibly hard to fight in a slippery bathhouse. Now, here's why this scene is comedy gold. Mira and Zoe have been trying to get Rumi to the bathhouse for years. It's their favorite place to relax. And Zoe literally says, "Don't let this turn you off bathhouses, Rumi. It's usually really fun and relaxing." The one time they're in a bathhouse, it's a demon ambush. Mira's sarcasm isn't just about the demons, it's about the entire situation. Her happy place is now a slippery death trap. Plus, Mira's fighting style is dance-based. She needs solid footing. Water everywhere? That's literally her worst matchup. No wonder they're her favorite. Starting to see why Mira's so salty about it? Okay, imagine this. No eyes, no nose, no mouth. Just smooth. Like someone took an eraser to their face. Now, imagine hundreds of them flowing like liquid toward you. That's what floods the train car. These are dalgyal guishin, literally egg ghosts, and they're pure nightmare fuel. The train scene? Every passenger vanishes in seconds. Not killed, vanished. The entire car goes from packed to empty faster than you can scream. In Korean mythology, seeing one means death is coming for you. Some stories say they can steal faces and wear them like masks. But here's the really messed up part.
These are believed to be spirits with no descendants to remember them, no one to hold memorial services. They're forgotten souls, which is why they have no faces. They literally lost their identity. The movie shows them as pack hunters, individually weak, but in groups. They cleared an entire train in seconds. The animator said this scene was a technical nightmare, animating that flowing mass of bodies. They created a simple volume, then decorated it with individual demons. It's brilliant and terrifying. This is pure Korean horror, not jump scares, but existential dread. Losing your face means losing your identity. And what does Rumi struggle with the whole movie? Her identity. Half demon, half human, not fully accepted by either side. See how everything connects? The faceless demons aren't just scary, they're literally Rumi's worst fear made physical.
Now we get to the big boys, the Saja boys. You know, the hot demon boy band that had everyone changing their bias? Yeah, about that name. You thought it was just a cool band name? Oh honey, we're going deep. Saja means lion in Korean, hence their logo. Cool, right? Fierce, powerful, king of the jungle, perfect for a boy band. But wait, Saja is also part of Josing Saja, literally Korean Grim Reapers. These are the guys who escort souls to the afterlife. Picture the Grim Reaper, now give him a K-pop makeover. That's literally what these guys are. But wait again, there's a third meaning. Saja can also mean the dead themselves. So they're lions, who are death messengers, who are also literally dead. It's a triple pun. The writers were showing off. Look at their true forms. Pale purple skin, glowing yellow eyes, clawed hands, and they're the only demons wearing full traditional Korean clothing. Those black robes and got hats in Your Idol, that's straight from folklore. Fun fact, the modern look of Korean Grim Reapers, the black robes and pale faces, was actually invented for a 1980s TV show. Before that, they were depicted way more colorfully. But here's the tragic part. These were humans. Guima targets people in despair, grants their wish, but the cost? Betraying someone you love. That betrayal becomes shame, and shame becomes demon marks that spread until you're consumed. Let's break down the boys. Jinu, former human from 400 years ago, abandoned his starving family for comfort. He's been hearing Guima's voice for 4 centuries. Abby, the abs guy who distracts with his muscles, literally. Mystery, face always hidden, represents loss of privacy in K-pop. Romance, the charmer who plays with hearts. Baby, the cute one who says goo goo gaga unironically. Jinu's story hits different. 400 years of hearing Guima's voice in his head, reminding him of his shame. He says demons don't feel nothing. They feel everything. That's how Guima controls them. And when Rumi doesn't hear the voices, when she's immune to Guima's shame manipulation, that's when we realize she's something special. She's literally built different. Okay, this dude can block out the sun. Let that sink in. When the barrier breaks, he literally turns day into night. That's not Demon King power, that's approaching God tier abilities. Let's talk about the big bad, Guima. Gui means ghost. Ma means demon. He's literally ghost demon, the embodiment of everything unhealed and festering. He's not even fully formed anymore. Centuries of the Hanmoon barrier have reduced him to terrifying fangs and shadows. But when he gets souls, different story. When he's powered up, he becomes this massive entity of fire and darkness that makes everything else look like a warm-up boss. His power isn't just physical, it's psychological. He weaponizes shame. The deeper your shame, the stronger his control. He whispers your failures, your regrets, makes you believe you'll never be enough unless you serve him. Think about that. The main villain's superpower is literally making you hate yourself. He's depression and anxiety given form.
That voice telling you you're not good enough, that's literally him. And how do you beat him? Not alone. Through connection, through music, through accepting yourself, flaws and all. When I realized this, it hit me. The real demon was shame all along.
Quick shout out to the best boys who aren't even demons. That derpy tiger who can't stop knocking over plants, and his six-eyed bird friend who steals his tiny hat. Pure himbo energy from that tiger. Knocks over a plant, tries to fix it, knocks it over again. The magpie has 6 eyes, but still focuses on stealing the tiger's fashion accessories. These guys are actually straight from 400-year-old Korean paintings, and there's a reason they look so goofy. They come from Minhwa folk art made by common people, not nobles. In the traditional paintings, the tiger looks intentionally derpy, while the magpie mocks him from above. It was the peasants' way of making fun of the powerful without getting in trouble. That 6-eyed design might reference the Samjok-o, a 3-legged crow that represents the sun in Korean mythology. More powerful than dragons, messenger of the heavens. These aren't threats, they're guides, showing Rumi that demons aren't all evil. Some are just derpy cats who want to wear little hats. They're basically the universe's way of saying, not everything supernatural wants to eat your soul. So, there you have it. Every demon in K-pop Demon Hunters explained. But here's what blew my mind. You know how Huntrix defeats demons through synchronized singing and dancing? That's literally how real Korean exorcisms work. I'm not kidding. For centuries, female shamans called mudong would sing and dance to drive away evil spirits. K-pop is the exorcism. The movie isn't using this as a metaphor. This is actually how it works in Korean shamanism. The Hanmun barrier that needs music to stay strong, that's based on actual beliefs. Each demon type represents different fears. Dokebi, fear of deception and chaos. Mulguishin, fear of being pulled under, literally and metaphorically. Dalgyalguishin, fear of losing identity, being forgotten. Josung Saja, fear of betraying yourself for success. Guima, fear that shame will consume you. And how do you fight them? With music, with connection, with accepting all parts of yourself, even the demon parts. But wait, before you go, can we talk about how the movie spent 90 minutes saying accept your demons, then just banish them all anyway? Like what? The whole movie builds to Rumi accepting her demon side, embracing that she's both human and demon, but then every other demon gets sealed away. Guima gets destroyed, the Saja boys get banished, at least some of them. Mixed messages much. Maybe that's sequel bait, maybe healing demons is harder than banishing them, or maybe the film is saying that some demons need acceptance while others need boundaries. Deep stuff for a movie where eyes turn into popcorn. The Hanmun itself is fascinating. It's not just a magic barrier, it's cultural tradition itself. It weakens when corrupted by inauthenticity, fake idol groups using it for evil, and strengthens when embraced with genuine passion, our heroes singing from the heart. If you want to know more about why Mira specifically hates water demons, and trust me, there's layers to that sarcasm, check out my deep dive video coming next week. What demon type scared you the most? Are you team Faceless Horror or team Shame Demon? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and here's something to debate. Some fans think Huntrix is missing a 4th member based on the 4 Guardians theory. If they add someone in the sequel, what powers should they have? Drop your theories. And if you learned something new about Korean mythology today, hit that subscribe button. We're diving deep into K-pop Demon Hunters lore, and trust me, we're just getting started. Until next time, keep your souls close and your shame closer.